Hey there, YouTube. I've got a little bit of an intimidating screen there. That's just some Python code. This is kind of a continuation from the last video, which was a mix of geeking out with Unicode and a little bit of politics for entertainment. Like, what do we do in our cubicles all day? Like, if we're waiting for someone to get back to us with a vital password, we are unable to go forward. We might stay productive and jump over to, say, Quorum, which is what I was showing last time. So let's pop up a web browser here. First of all, I was studying, of course, about Unicode because part of my job is internationalization. Like for Quakers, can we do a name tag where we print your name in Tibetan or we print your name in Cyrillic and anglicized? It's not either or, and Unicode lets us do that. So I'm this geek in a cubicle and I want to do politics, so I jump into what was it like when you first moved to Manila. Now, talking about cities, that's kind of political because it's typical to boost them or diss them, right? Do you say positive or negative? People are pretty much polarized as to you need to have an opinion, number one, and B, it has to be positive or negative. Otherwise, it's too complicated. Like, don't just have an opinion, but it's not positive or negative. We got to be able to see that dimension, positive or negative. We learn in machine learning about stuff like this and what eigenvectors we need. Sometimes positive and negative is all we need. If we're doing like analysis of tweets, stuff like that, sometimes an airline just wants to know, am I trending up or down today? So I also want to show you the inside of a modern political campaign. I'm assuming Tulsi is pretty much the same as other candidates in terms of she contracts her campaign as contracting with certain political firms that just know how to do a political campaign, right? So they know how to like show you a video, give you social media stuff, and this one was pretty effective, and they hope that I'll go out on Facebook and share it. And sure enough, right between my if small talk is so great and something about Amazon spheres in Seattle, there's my Tulsi post. So you see I'm doing what we're expected to do as Americans. We're supposed to look at political propaganda and then jump on Facebook and share it if we like it. And then people say like and stuff like that. So that's kind of 2019, right? If this is in the far future, maybe you remember. And then the other thing I'll do today is jump onto Codesters and work with kids, but this is just a screenshot. That's not a real, I'm not going to show you any Codesters today, but other videos, I recommend my video channels. I do have Codesters on tap, sometimes mixed with small talk. So what we found out, right, about Unicode right at the end, our discovery in the last video, was there's something called a byte order marker, a BOM, and that's what I'm showing as output on the right. The BOMs or bombs associated with all these Unicode varieties, of which there are several. So when people say Unicode, there are several encodings that could refer to. UTF-8 is probably the most popular because why? Because it's variable width. So characters don't take up more room than they need to, basically. It has other attractive features, but that's probably the main one. So in other ones of my videos, we've gone over emoji in Unicode. I recommend revisiting that if you're into internationalization the way I am, because emojis have turned out to be a de facto Esperanto, if you know what I mean. Not that they're that expressive, but you sprinkle them in and you join the global population. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.